Dear audience, let me welcome our today's guest, Bohdan Karásek, director of the movie Karel, Me and You. You had a chance to watch this movie as a part of the Czech That Film 2020, and we prepared short question and answers for you. Let's start with the first question. Bohdan, Karel, Me and You is another movie in a series called flat-based movies. Can you explain to our audience what does it mean?
Yeah, we call it flat-based movies or apartment movies. There is some special Czech term for it, which, by the way, refers also to flat-based theater that we had in 70s in underground when the communist regime didn't allow us to, or didn't allow the actors and some playwrights to present their work. So they were just in flats and did all the performances there. This is just a slight allusion to this, and the main, of course, the main meaning is I basically, or I started to make this so-called trilogy of flat-based movies a few years ago, and the first movie was completely shot in my apartment. It took place all just in one place, and then the second was a little less, but still. And this Karel, Me and You movie, I still call third flat-based movie. Also, as you will see, there's some amount of other locations and also exteriors too. But the principle, this chamber-based cinema made in a very humble conditions remains the same. So.
Okay, so it's somehow connected with a lower budget than it's like normal for the movie making.
Obviously, the flat is very cheap place to make a movie in, and it's oftentimes it's either my own flat or not my own but rented where I live, or where my friends live, and let me make the scenes there. So it's for free. And I approach the other locations the same way. Of course, when we shoot in exteriors, it's also for free. So it's not always legal. I don't know. I just don't mind. So it comes from these simple conditions.
Okay, thank you. So when we check the description of the movie, Karel, Me and You, we can see that you wrote the script, you directed the movie, and we can see also in the movie that you play the main character. How does it work to do all these things together?
It's also related with the conditions that the film was made in or under. So the less people involved, the better in these conditions. So we all try to accumulate functions. I also edited the movie, and maybe I did some more things. Music, maybe I played drums in it too. But of course, if the character was based in my own character, my own person, and I wrote it around my person or something that I feel very connected to my personality. So that was the reason. Of course, if there was not such reason, then of course there would be no reason to cast myself in it. I'm not an exhibitionist person who has to play in every movie I myself make. So yeah, and I'm a script writer by, I don't know if profession, but by schooling. I studied script writing at FAMU, which is our film academy here in Prague. So that's probably the identity that I consider myself having the most, and all everything else just comes from this identity, including the directing, probably.
Okay, so we can say that the movie is autobiographic?
No, I would resist this, probably this term. Of course, in some sense, I like natural elements in movies and in my movies. So everything is partly or in part autobiographical. Also, this is a wrong term. I guess it's more like some elements are drawn from personalities that play in it. And in the case of mine, my character, it's probably most visible, but it's not autobiographical movie, or it's a fiction movie. It still remains a fiction movie. I use some elements from my life, from my personality, as well as some elements from my friends' stories or my observations of the life around. I steal, basically. I steal where I can, everywhere I can, and I steal from myself as well.
Okay, thank you for exhausting answer. And how do you choose the performer of the main character, Jenovéfa Boková? Why her?
It was a little more complicated, but to make it short, the original casting was different because the original story, how the movie was being made, was different. But then the original actress left the project, and I spent a horrible time searching for another person, which was very, very hard because it was already written, and I really needed to find somebody who fits the character and who is able to so-called carry the movie on her own shoulders, so that the movie is interesting in every moment. So that the character or the actress had to be really, really right, chosen. And Jenovéfa Boková is and was at that point already quite famous here. She's probably one of our most cast and most favored actresses in her age. Popular, very popular. She also plays in mainstream movies. So it was difficult to ask her even, but she agreed somehow, and I knew that she's the only actress that is fitting for the role. So it was kind of dependent whether or not she will agree. And the movie's destiny or fate was really derived from whether or not she will agree. Fortunately, she did agree. So the movie is now in front of your eyes.
Good, she agreed. Thank you, Bohdan. Thank you for all your answers, and we hope we will make some new movie very soon. Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye.